What's poppin', everybody? Cerebral24. I have a TCG online match with Lycanroc GX Buzzwole here, as the program is looking for an opponent. It's taken a while, it seems, but I'm not quite ready to show you guys a new deck for the standard format. So we're going to use Lycanroc GX. I always have a fun time, for the most part, when I use this deck. Pretty reliable, it still is. My deck, of course, as always, I favor Lycanroc GX more than Buzzwole. More focus on this Pokemon. I really like using Bloodthirsty Eyes multiple times in a game rather than just use it one or two times like the typical Buzzwole Lycanroc deck. But it seems we're going to have not the greatest opening hand here when it comes to Pokemon. I have a choice of either opening up with Diancie, which is bad. I'm going to need 2 energies to retreat, or just straight up open with Lele here. Now, Lele, normally you don't want to open with it because you want to use it for Wonder Tag. You don't even want to play it on the bench during setup, really. But since I had a supporter here, I thought, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and start attacking with a Tapu Lele GX. Since I'm opening with it, I don't want to put Diancie active. So this is what I did here. Attach a Fighting Energy and use Cynthia. That's all we can really do. So the flow of this game is it's kind of going to be a little bit different than what usually happens, since you want to attack with Buzzwole, start with Buzzwole or maybe Regirock, so you can start putting good damage with fighting Pokemon for 1 energy, and then you build up Lycanroc, of course. You start using Bloodthirsty Eyes, all that good stuff. So opening up with Tapu Lele means I gotta spend attachments on one Pokemon basically. Uh, I didn't start with DC. I had to attach a fighting energy, so we have to spend another attachment on it to attack. Otherwise, it's just going to be stuck there. But, you know, it is what it is. My opponent seems to be playing Malamar. This version seems to be the standard one from what I understand. There's Necrozma GX. But I think I saw him discard, well, now he discarded the Giratina. I don't know if there's 2 of them there. But, you know, this is probably your Malamar deck with Giratinas. Who knows? It might be a Tapu Koko Giratina deck, and you know, in Necrozma GX there is a bonus. There's many ways you can build Malamar decks now, but since my opponent attaches Psychic Energy on his Dawnwing's Necrozma GX, that means if I attach a DC, I'm doing 80. So next turn, if he keeps that guy active, I can actually finish that Pokemon off. Now we are spending a lot of attachments on Tapu Lele GX here, but you know, it is what it is. Might as well do what I can, put pressure. My opponent already has managed to get the 2 Malamars out. To be expected from a deck like this. This deck can be pretty fast, very consistent. If you get the right cards, you get your Mysterious Treasures, you get your bench Pokemon, you get your Malamars out. It's one of the strongest, it's one of the fastest setup decks, and the strongest, of course. Okay, so he's searching another Inkay. Gonna play that down. So his setup should be almost complete. I would imagine three Malamars should be enough for this guy. I don't think he's gonna go with 4. 3 is the right number. That's what I go by too. So he's attaching energies on Necrozma. I really wish he got unlucky and didn't manage to put Psychic Energies in the discard pile, but you know, that was a long shot. Yeah, it would happen. These decks, of course, are designed to get Psychic Energies in the discard pile. So I use my Crushing Hammer. I do run a few in a deck like this. It's one of the few decks where I run that Despicable card. But of course, because it knows I hate it, I get fucking tails when I use it. Too bad. But anyways, we are going to be able to get a nice knockout here on Dawnwing's Necrozma. I mean, it only took me 3 attachments on Lele, including a DC, but at least we got a knockout. And I know that he wants that Dawnwings for his board control, basically, to easily retreat. You play the Ultra of the Moon with the Psychic Energy, and it basically acts pretty much like Keldeo with Russian and a Float Stone. Okay, so Cynthia, my opponent promoted a little Inkay, and Mysterious Treasure. He's probably going to get the last Pokemon, last Malamar he needs, and that's what he gets. And let's see, he's going to need to have, well, he needs either the Altar of the Moon, or he doesn't really need anything. He can just retreat, and that's what he does. Getting the knockout on Tapu Lele GX, of course, that's the right move to do. Trade GX Pokemon with a GX Pokemon, and my opponent basically didn't miss a beat. We're even. Difference is he has basically energy acceleration, but I don't, so that sucks. Unfortunately, we had that opening start. Well, at least Tapu Lele did give me a knockout down, even though we lost all these energies. So Prismatic Burst, Tapu Lele goes down. But like I've said, we got a knockout at least. I had to spend 3 energy attachments, but it is what it is. At least Buzzwole, I'll be able to start doing 120 now, so it's pretty good. If we get the right tools, even though my opponent, has the advantage energy-wise, I'll be able to keep up. So let's see. Use Energy Lotto, get an energy there, and Acro Bike. We got to get the copycat in this case. Let's see, lose the fighting energy. So Crushing Hammer number 2, I get heads this time, very good. Gonna get rid of an energy on Mimikyu. This deck doesn't really care so much about energy disruption like Crushing Hammer, unless maybe it's going up against these sort of Sableye fucking lock decks with Puzzles of Time and stuff. We don't have that card anymore, but you guys get what I mean. Those sort of very controlling troll decks in a way. But yeah, in normal circumstances, it's not going to care about Crushing Hammer, but it's good that I get a few. I get a little bit of luck, I guess. It doesn't hurt. So Lycanroc GX, we're going to evolve into our Pokemon here. And you know what? I guess I could attack Necrozma GX, but I think I'm just going to go and get rid of one of his Malamars. It seems the right thing to do. A Mimikyu probably isn't as threatening, even though it has an energy on. So just get rid of his setup Pokemon. Why not? That's one of the tactics you do against this sort of deck. It's not that effective as people think to target the Malamars, but since I can get a knockout in this case too, we do it. So Ultra of the Moon comes out. He's going to have some good board control now. I want to see my stadium so I can counter that, but we don't really have great hands. I mean, had to use Copycat. That card, of course, didn't net me really many cards. We have Kukui for next turn, I guess. And I do have a fighting energy, so we can continue to use Buzzwole. But, it really is kind of shitty. I don't really have all the stuff I need. We don't have energy in play like we're supposed to, thanks to the stuff we have to do on Tapu Lele. I knew the risk. I knew that it was very risky, but I had to do it. I might as well get a knockout if I'm going to spend the attachments. Otherwise, it's completely pointless to put an energy on Tapu Lele either way. So my opponent uses Guzma to target down the Lycanroc GX. Takes care of him. He didn't have an energy on, so I don't think this was the smartest play on my opponent's part, but like this, he only needs to get 2 knockouts basically. And this actually makes well, it actually makes my B string dead, so maybe it's not so bad actually. I only run 1 in this deck, but it is what it is. It would have been a good help right now since I don't have energies in play. So we can't really do much here, just use Sledgehammer. I'm going to do a solid 100 damage though, since we played Kukui and we have the choice band. So it's not bad. I'm still putting the pressure here. And yeah, Lycanroc GX didn't have an energy, so that's good. I was able to basically put an energy on Rockruff now and still attack with Buzzwole. So that's not bad. Okay. It kind of sucks my opponent had the choice band, otherwise he wasn't going to be able to get a one-hit knockout. But it is what it is. And let's see, another Dawnwing's Necrozma is in play, so he's going to be able to have the free board control. That kind of sucks. He's building him up as well. I guess he's going to want to use the GX attack perhaps at this point. And this is actually straight Necrozma GX deck. It's not the Tapu Koko Giratina one. He can run those Pokemon, of course, too. But for the most part, I don't think the focus is on them. They would have been out by now if they were the focus. This Mimikyu here too. So this is more the standard version, I guess. So my opponent searches another NK. I believe he must have recycled them, or maybe he has a fourth one. And just does 60 damage with Buzzwole. This is pretty good. It seems that me knocking out that Malamar paid off because he wasn't able to attack me, completely kill me. If he just had one more energy, he could have used Onways Necrozma to finish me off due to weakness. So not bad here. So I'm going to do an extreme, very risky play here, but this is how I do things in most of my decks. Use the switch, make sure Rockruff is active, so this way we draw more cards with Tate and Liza, and hopefully I see uh, Lycanroc GX and a DC, but unfortunately we don't. This is pretty bad. Man, even if I saw just one fighting energy, was going to be able to pull and use the GX attack, but unfortunately it didn't pay off. So now we're going to lose an energy too. I'm going to have to retreat. Ah, damn it, really bad. Let's see here, but we can make a play. I can retreat Rockruff, evolve into Lycanroc, pull Necrozma GX, and knock it out. Get out of the way and get prizes. And before you know it, I'll be at one prize. I only need to knock out basically one more Pokemon after Necrozma. But it does suck that we had to sacrifice the fighting energy. Man, it really is shitty. And I spent the switch as well, but I was really banking on this play. I wanted to use Lycanroc GX and, you know, start getting some serious damage in. But it is what it is. We get the knockout at least. We had to lose an energy and we used the switch, but it is what it is. And I get another Lycanroc GX from the prizes. This can be useful. Got Cynthia too. So my opponent has to be really careful. His little small Pokemon are easy targets. It's not really going to take a lot for me to knock out, especially this little Mimikyu with only 70 HP. If only the Choice Band was effective against it, this would have been a wrap. If that card was a Muscle Band. So you guys can see why Muscle Band is just so much more flexible in so many ways than Choice Band. But yeah, this is a really intensive game. We're both very close. The stakes are high here. He's going to use Guzma, bring out Lycanroc GX here. And that's a good play because he knows that if he gets that guy stuck, if I just see like a one energy, I can't really get rid of him. And if I spend the DC to do that, it's shitty. And he just needs to attack 2 times on him and he wins basically. So if he has the Choice Band, he can actually use the GX attack and finish me off. So I hope he doesn't have that. If he does, then it's GG. But he doesn't. He uses Moon Eclipse GX and I survive. This guy is severely injured. But at the same time, if I manage to use my GX attack, I can just knock out anything at this point. So let's see here. What are we going to do? What should I do? We can easily get rid of, move him out of the way because we have Tate and Liza in hand. I guess he didn't think I would have that. So I can move Lycanroc out of the way. We have to do that either, no matter what. The question is, do I use Lycanroc GX to pull something? Get somebody stuck there, maybe. The timer is ticking. And I'm going to do it. I have to. You never know if he decides to pick on the Rockruff there. I gotta get him stuck because there's no way I'm getting a significant attack in either way. So let's promote Mimikyu. It doesn't matter who I really bring because he's gonna have be able to fairly retreat anyway. I can't get rid of his stadium this turn. So I'm gonna bring that guy since he has the lowest HP and just do some damage on it. It's not gonna be enough to knock it out and for me to win, but you know, it is what it is. We weren't going to be able to make a very significant attack this turn anyway. I just really had to get Lycanroc GX out of the way. Now the good news is that my opponent's bench is full, so there was no Tapu Lele GX, so hopefully there won't be any Guzmas to finish me off. He is going to use Lillian. As long as I see that, I'm happy. Okay, draw cards. Just as long as you don't use Guzma, it's fine by me. Because at this point, the only thing we need is an energy, basically. If I see an energy, I can just use the GX attack and finish anything off. So he's going to grab Marshadow with Ultra Ball, it seems. But he can't play that down. His bench is full. He can't really get rid of them. He would have to use Acerola or something. And this deck doesn't really run cards like that. So he's building up Giratina. I guess getting his Pokemon ready, that's all he can really do. But that's basically it. And he's going to bring out a Dungeons Necrozma GX, realizing that it's very risky for him to leave Mimikyu there and attack with him. But it doesn't matter. You know, you're promoting that guy. All I have to do now is see an energy with this Cynthia. So what I'm going to do here is use the stadium. Okay, we don't have anything. So I'm not going to get the Regirock. Might as well play down Buzzwole instead. And use Field Blower. Get rid of everything. Even going to get rid of my stadium. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to need it anymore. Just in case we draw another one. And Cynthia, 6 cards here. 1 energy. That's all we need. And fuck, I don't see it. Really, really bad. So this would normally mean that the game is lost. He's just going to finish me off. But actually, I'm still in the game. He used the GX attack. His bench is full. Or there's no way he can perform an attack that can finish Lycanroc GX off. The only thing he has to use to win is like a Guzma. If he has that, then I lose. But if he doesn't, then we still have a chance at this. So I'm not going to use the Ultra Ball yet. Play down a bunch of tools, thin the deck as much as possible, and the next turn we're going to go for another Cynthia. I have to see an energy at that point, and I will be able to finish him off if he doesn't have Guzma, always. So the moment of truth, he's using Ultra Ball. Once again, he can't use Lele. There's no Skyfield and shit. He does search the tap with Lele GX, but he can't use it. So do you have the Guzma in hand or not? He's going to use Acropike. His deck is really thin, so I really hope he doesn't have that guy. Did he get that shit? He's probably looking for it. That's all he needs to win. Plays down the Altar of the Moon and Lily. As soon as I see that, I know I'm safe for this turn as well. And Dark Flash, just going to do 120 damage. And okay, he gets poisoned too with my poison bar, but that doesn't matter. So moment of truth, are we going to make that play? So going to use Ultra Ball here, discard the B-String and Volkner here. I don't need those cards. Just to search something, doesn't matter what I search. I'm just going to use Cynthia anyway. I wish I could use a switch to sort of spend this card as well, but we can't really use it. So Cynthia, am I going to see an energy? And yes, I see 2 DCs and 2 fighting energies, so it is GG. Very, very cool. So Dangerous Rogue GX. We're going to be able to finish off our opponent. Really, really close match, but really, really nice. Even with my shitty start and shitty hand, this deck was still able to put the pressure. That's why it's Lycanroc GX Buzzwole. Buzzwole always pressuring. And it's GG, my victory. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like. Share this with your friends. Cerebral94, what's up?